Good morning. Happy Monday, you guys. We're going to do some easy makeup today, but we're going to do it based on your face shape. So jump on, say hi, tell me what you're up to this Monday. My name is Lauren. If you are new here, I am 43 years old. I love making makeup easy and simple for you guys because let's be honest, our makeup and our face, everything has kind of changed from our 20s to now. So I help you navigate and make makeup fun again. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do full versus lifted today. I have had so many questions on how I get a lifted look, but also how to get a full look. And I'm gonna talk about why you would want a full look versus a lifted look. So hello, everyone jumping on, say hi. Okay, let's just get right into it. So I already have on my foundation, I have on a sunscreen, I have on my primer. So let me just show you really quick what I've used so you know. I use my Cream One Compact Makeup. So these are my foundation and concealer shades right here. If you want a color match, you can always comment match. When I post this, don't do it now, I'll lose it. And I can do a free color match for you. I also have on this. This is my BB cream, but I love it because it has SPF and vitamin E, so it's really good and kind of evens everything out. So if you like a more full coverage look, using these two together has been really a great game changer. So if you look at my face right now, I'm gonna pull my hair back. I have just foundation on, right? And concealer, so everything looks kind of just flat. And I think what happens is a lot of us are just using foundation and it's not bringing any dimension to the skin. So we wanna use contour, we wanna use bronzer, we wanna use blush. Those kind of things are gonna bring dimension to the skin because if you look at your skin without makeup, you have dimension to your skin. You don't have a flat face, but if you're applying that one shade of foundation, you're gonna look like a blank, flat, white piece of paper. We don't want that. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna teach you how to add dimension to the face. So really quick, we're gonna do a full and a lifted side. So this is going to be my lifted, this is gonna be my full side. So if you are watching this back from the replay, just know this is your lifted, this is your full side. There are little tips and tricks to placement that are going to make it a big game changer for you. So why would you want a more lifted face? Okay, so a lot of things that happen as we age is our face gravity pulls everything down. We become more hollowed, we become more, like our eyes can become more hooded. This gravity kind of takes a toll on the eyes, especially with that hood. Cheekbones aren't as pronounced as they used to be. So using makeup placement to get the look that we want is going to make a huge difference. So when you're doing your contour is going to either give you a lifted or a full look. So if you are hollowing in this area of the cheek, like you don't have that fullness there, so you can see I still have a lot of fullness there, but if you don't have the fullness there, you're gonna wanna do more of a full look when it comes to contouring and blush placement that's going to give you more of that youthful plumpness to the skin. A lot of people use filler for that. If you don't want to use filler, that's going to be a way that we can get you that fullness. So I'll show you that. And then lifted, like I said, if you already have a little bit of plumpness here and you want more of like this facelift of where your face goes up, we lose that as well. That's what this side's going to be. So I'm going to use a really easy contour stick. This is my contour stick. It is in the color Cool Taupe, and I will list all these products, so don't you worry. When I post this, all you have to do is comment link, and I will send everything to you, okay? So this is just a really creamy contour stick, and it is cream based. So I am a big proponent of using creams as you age. Creams are going to give you a very natural skin-like look. So if you find that you're using a liquid foundation and as you've aged, your skin is like almost texturizing or it's dehydrating by the end of the day, it looks patchy, that's because liquid has a lot of water in it and creams don't. So that's why I really suggest as you age using a cream-based something when you're using a formula. It's just gonna lay so much more natural on the skin. It's going to absorb into the skin, so you're gonna get that skin-like natural look. So when I move my face, my makeup still moves with me, and it looks really natural. So if you're new here, I am very, very big about natural makeup and just using your face shape to kind of create that, kind of enhance your features. So, okay, let's get right to it. So fullness is on this side, lifted is here. So let's start with lifted, okay? We all have that cheekbone. So basically what you're gonna do, if you wanna get a lifted look, you wanna feel for that cheekbone. Now you can feel under that cheekbone, that's where our natural hollow is. If I was to place my contour here, you'll see a lot of people do that. Totally fine, it's a natural shadow, but what happens is that's gonna naturally bring my face down. If you want more of an elongated face, making your face look longer, that's a great place to put it. But if you're talking lift, we actually want to come right up on that rounded, prominent part of the bone. We don't want to come up so high that we're too close to our eye. This wants to stay light and bright. We want to be right here on that rounded part. Couple of ways to do this. One, you can take your fingers and you can place them, so like this, and you can place them like this, right, like in line with your nose to get that look. I'm not gonna do that because I wanted to show you that you don't need to do that. I'm just gonna take where my rounded part of the bone is. For most of for most of us, it starts right here, but it can be a little higher, and I'm just gonna make a line. And I'm gonna make a line to the edge of my eye, okay? Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take where the end of that contour landed, and I'm going to draw straight up to the temple. So I'm making this like V shape, like this. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna create this lifted effect when we blend it out, that I have this natural shadow that's pulling my face up. Because makeup is all about illusion. It's all about shadows, light and dark. And so if we play with the dark and we create the shadow, it's going to create the look that we have more of this lifted face. Now, if you want more of an a full face, then what you're gonna do, same thing, you're gonna feel for that round part of the bone, and you're going to come here and you're gonna make like a Nike swoosh up. So I'm gonna create the look of fullness by doing something like that. So right here at the edge of the eye is where I stopped, but right at the edge of the eye, I'm just gonna create that little line that kind of just comes up to give me that full look. So I've got lifted, and then I've got full, okay? If you guys have questions throughout, please ask. So let's go ahead and blend that out. I'm gonna use, this is the blush and bronzer brush. I'm gonna use the smaller side to that. Now, when I am blending out my lifted side, I wanna make sure that when I'm blending, I'm tapping from the edge of the contour to the temple, but as I'm blending the temple, I wanna be coming upwards. So basically, my movement with cream is always going to be like this. It's gonna be like a cat pawing something. If I'm swiping like this, it's gonna pull the makeup off. We don't wanna do that. So I'm gonna start, and I'm just going to tap it out like this, but I don't wanna go downward. So you want to make sure that you're lifting the eye up. And when you are blending out your contour, you want to make sure that you are having a shadow versus a line. We don't want a line. If you are putting a line there, you're going to see that you're wearing it. We just want that natural shadow. So when I turn my head, you can see I have that natural shadow. It's coming upwards, it's not going downwards, and it's giving me more of that lifted look. You can already see just with that, how my eye is already higher on this side than that side. Now, if you want a more rounded face, we're gonna keep that contour right where it is. We're not gonna really pull up. We're just gonna bring it a little bit out and add that shadow to the cheek. And that's gonna create that dimension. See how that already added more fullness right there? Just by blending out. Now this contour stick is the most creamiest blend of cream I've ever used. It is blending out so nicely. So just there you can see there's lift and there's fullness. Now it's not a huge difference. Now, if I wanted a really dramatic difference, I could use a darker contour. This is gonna be very natural. I don't wanna make it like something you wouldn't have every single day. So we're just gonna keep this really natural today, but you can already see if I keep my face straight, I have more fullness here, which is what I'm going for, and I have more lift on this side, just by that placement. Next is gonna be your blush, and I'm going to use this blush stick. I love this. I love blushes and sticks and any type of stick formula if you have a hard time with placement. If you have a hard time with placement, sticks are gonna be your best friend because they're going to be easy to place, and you aren't gonna be like so worried about using a brush or something to really get it on the skin. So this one is really simple. Let's color is this one? I think it's Dusty Rose, I think. Okay, so let's do lift, okay? So here's my contour. With the contour, it's about right here on my face. I am going to put the blush right onto the upper side of where I put the contour. Pretty much like they're married together, okay? So I'm gonna start right here, kind of, here's where I placed it, right? I'm gonna start right in the middle, and I'm just gonna apply it higher on the cheek. Now, I still have this much of my eye. It's open. I wanna keep that light and bright. I don't wanna close this off. So that's why I'm placing it just under that area, kind of where that contour was. If you think of the contour right here, see how I'm right in the middle? That's where I'm gonna be placing that. Now, if I want more fullness, I'm not gonna smile. If you smile, and then let go, what happens is your blush drops. So if you want your blush to be more you want your face to look more elongated, that's fine. But if you're trying to make it full, going right from the inner, like the middle of your eye, you're just gonna kind of create a line, right? Kind of lined up with the edge of your nostril, okay? There's the two different placements. So this is for fullness. This is going to be for lift. See the difference there? Okay, let's blend that out so you can see. So same thing here. When I go to blend this, I'm gonna be blending this up, but I'm gonna take it above the eye. So I'm going to create that lift by just bringing it up. So I wanna just keep my face as straight as possible so you can see how that's creating a lift. Now it's not gonna be this like crazy lift. If I was using a darker color, you would see a lot more, but I wanna keep this natural, like I keep saying, because most of us wear our makeup very natural. But if I keep my face straight, you can see that subtle lift just like that. Then on the fullness, I'm not gonna smile, nothing. I'm just gonna keep it right here. I'm gonna keep it nice onto the cheek, like on the full part of the cheek, so the apples of the cheek. I'm not gonna bring it up here. I really wanna bring it right here and concentrate that color. Look how I added fullness. See the difference? It's crazy how makeup placement makes such a big difference. So here's that full side. You can just see I'm enhancing that cheek is all I'm doing. This, I'm pulling upwards. Now, the next thing you can do, if you really want a lifted face, is you can do two things. You can take your concealer. I'm using a small brush. This is called the spot brush. Really, you can use any brush that's smaller. You just want to be able to have a little control. And my concealer is about 2 shades lighter than my foundation shade. That's really key. You don't want to go in with something so light with what I'm about to do because you're going to place it on fine lines and wrinkles, and we don't want to enhance that. But you do want to have it just a slightly bit lighter than your foundation shade. So what I like to do with a lifted look is take that concealer from the edge of my eye and bring it up to the temple. Then what I'm going to do, same thing, I'm going to go right here underneath that contour and draw a line from my lip like this. Okay, right under the contour. So what I'm doing with that is I'm just kind of, how do I say that? Kind of adding like a boundary there so it kind of lightens that but gives that more of a lift. And it's not much product at all. So all of this is really light on the skin. I want to make sure we're not using too much product, but we're just placing the right products in the right places. And I'm just bringing that up like that. Can you see the difference? That gave me a facelift, a very, very natural facelift, versus here I have more roundness. So let me just show you one more thing too. I'm gonna go in with just a little darker blush so you can just see how the full side is just a little more fuller. I just wanna make sure I'm giving you that full effect. Can you guys see that? Hopefully you can. Go up here with the blush so you can see. Fullness, lift. Super easy, super, super simple. You can also use eyeshadow to do the same thing as well. So if I wanted to use eyeshadow, which I can do really fast, you can do that to get the elongated look, the lifted look versus the round look. So with eyeshadow, I'm gonna use some 4 different simple shades. This is by Saint. And like I said, I will link everything. I'm gonna go in with this medium kind of shade first. Actually, I'm gonna mix the two. I'm just gonna use 2 colors. I'm gonna make it really easy, okay? So same thing on both sides. I'm gonna look straight ahead. I've done videos on this with mature or hooded eyes, but we're gonna place it above that natural crease, but I'm gonna make sure that I am only placing that color no farther than the edge of my eye if I want more of a round eye. So if you already have like wider set eyes, if you want more rounded eyes, more of that doe-shaped eye, that's gonna be what I'm doing here. I'm gonna make it really easy. It's all about how far you bring this out. Okay, so you wanna keep it right here if you're doing more of that round look. So let's even just do this. Bring that darker color in right here. So I'm not gonna get the lifted look there. Now, if I want a lifted look, same thing, same colors, but I'm gonna come right here, keep my eyes open, and I'm gonna pull that towards the tail of the brow. So I'm flicking it up this way. That's gonna give me that elongated, lifted eye. See that flicking motion I'm doing towards the tail? That's lifting and pulling it up. So you don't need 1,000 colors to get this amazing eye look. It's all about placement, which is so cool if you think about it. We don't need these complicated makeup tutorials. We just need placement. Can you see how that's just pulling that up? Now, if I wanted to keep going, I could just make that darker. But a lot of us with hooded eyes, getting that lifted eye is gonna be really key. So I'm just gonna go right in here. This is that darker color I was using that I was mixing. And I'm gonna kind of just create this boundary right here to deepen the color. And I'm using like this side of the brush, so this is gonna be a little bit, man, my brushes need washed, but this is gonna kind of create that depth. Can we see the difference there? How that's pulled up and that's not. So the other thing you can do, you can take that darker shadow for a full look and really close off the eye like this to create that rounded look. If you want a more lifted look, you're not gonna go all the way. You're just gonna stop right at the pupil of the eye and pull up. See the difference there? That's just with one color of eyeshadow. So that's not like that, it's not hard at all. And then same thing here. This is just a shimmer. I'm just gonna place that on here just so you can see how 2 colors, you can get the same look, just different placement. I like with shimmer, I like to keep it on the inner, I would say like 3/4. I like to keep this part dark and kind of lifted. And then if you really wanted to go the extra mile with the lift or the fullness, you can take a eyeliner. This one is a black one. You can use brown. I'm just using black to kind of show you more. But with lifted, you want to start, see this line right here? See the edge of your eye right here? All you're going to do is you're going to go to the edge of the eye. If you have a hooded eye, you're going to kind of come under the hood. So if this part is hooded, you just want to come a little underneath so you're not fighting that loose skin. And you're going to make a tail, like a wing, like an extra eyelash towards the tail of that brow. Or see what I mean when I say that? Hopefully I'm making sense. Then you're just gonna pull it right under. And then I like to, okay, so for some of us that have looser skin, just hold there, you're not pulling, but you're just gonna connect like this. And then take your finger and kind of just elongate that. Now you can bring this tail up as high as you want to get more of that lifted eye. Totally easy. Now, if you want more rounded, all you're gonna do is I'm just going to go right into the base of the lash, and I'm not gonna create a tail. This is really hard for me because I'm so used to creating more of like a tail. Okay. And then you're gonna just kind of close that off. Now, that's harsh, so I'm gonna show you what you're gonna do. Then you're gonna take your brush and you're just gonna blend that out. I'm glad these tips are helping, yay. But you do not wanna create a wing there because that's gonna create more of a rounded look. See the difference? Now, the other thing you can do for elongated is come right here and create that so it looks like it's more of this rounded look. That's without any like mascara on, okay? So, 2 different ways, you guys, if you're new here joining us, full versus lifted, how you get those 2 looks and how easy it is. I'm gonna just go ahead and put on my mascara now. So with a normal rounded eye, I'm just gonna put my mascara on normally. I am using this one, I love it. If you are mature skinned, look for a brush like this. It is going to be a game changer for your lashes. This one is $18, it's super cheap and I love it, I've been using it. I'm glad you can see the difference, good, okay. So, this is just more rounded. Okay, and then now, what I wanna show you with lifted, this is why I wanna show you one more thing with lifted that you can do, okay? So, with a lifted eye with mascara, what you can do is you can really focus on this outer corner of your lashes. Give that like a couple extra coats, and that's gonna really help too to give you, look at the difference. It's crazy how makeup placement can make a huge difference. So when you are putting on your makeup, you are going to want to apply it based on how you want your face shape to look. So if you want more roundness, you want to add plumpness to the skin, some of us are hollowing and need that, this side is going to be for you. If you're wanting more lift, this side is going to be for you. So you can just see the difference just very slightly in placement, but that can make a huge difference in how your makeup goes on. And I used very simple colors today because I wanted it to be very natural and something you could use in an everyday look. But hopefully you can see the difference. Hopefully that helped you guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and I will post this and you can comment link to get any of the products I used today. I'm loving these sticks, honestly. They're just so easy and it goes on really smooth. And if you have a hard time with like placing your makeup, these are gonna be for you too. And I also do free color matches. So if you're interested in getting eyeshadow or color for foundation, concealer, all of the things, I'm doing that. I'm trying that lifted look. Okay, you got it. Good luck to you. You've got this. Just replay this video. Do it with me. That's why I do these lives, because I do fast videos. I know I do. But I do a live in order for you guys to then see how you can kind of walk through it and make it really easy. So anyways, okay. I hope you guys have a good Monday. Thanks for hanging out with me. And like I said, I will post this. I will put all the links. And if you guys have any questions, please comment on the video. I try really hard to get back to you. Can you show us your nails? Yeah, there's my nails. They're like, I don't even know what you call them. They have chrome on them and they're kind of like a tipped, I don't know. My nail lady is amazing. She's really good. So, okay, you guys, I appreciate you so much. I hope you have a good day. Happy Monday. Talk to you soon. Oh, wait, for hooded eyes and sparse eyebrows, how do you do that? Okay, so for hooded eyes and sparse eyebrows. So for hooded eyes, same thing I just did. So basically you're gonna apply it above the natural crease so you get that lifted look. You have to do that with hooded eyes. You want to create more of a lifted look. So if you have hooded eyes, the lifted eye is going to be for you. Also with eyeliner and hooded eyes, you can make that small wing, but really coloring in between the lashes is going to be your best friend because you do not have the lid space. And then with sparse eyebrows, did I bring it out here? No, I didn't. I'm actually going to film a video today on how to fill in your eyebrows. I have a lot of those. Oh, how to lift the eyebrows. Using a color, couple of rules with that. Using a color that is one shade lighter than your natural eyebrow. Don't go too dark. If you go dark, it's going to close off the eye. And then also using a eyebrow pencil that's really like a fine tip so you get those hair-like strokes, making sure the tail doesn't go too long. There's a lot of things with eyebrows, but I am going to be filming a video. I will be posting it the next week. Hopefully that will help you too. And then I also have a live on that too. So if you go into my inbox, I can actually send you that and hopefully that will help too. So, okay, bye guys.